toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. The first play does nothing.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. It's a draw. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side. Past the first down marker and still running. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And after that touchdown, you can barely hear yourself think. Autzen Stadium, one of the most special places in all of college football, and easily one of the loudest stadiums, is now going off. We've all called games here before. We love coming to Eugene. This place is magic, and it's because of these fans.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Badgers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Hilton. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Right on the money. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Wants to go up top. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Handoff to the lone back. There he goes. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
It really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Moore will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Harper. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He fires to the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
The running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite. You don't run up the field. You don't rush the passer like they want you to. You sit there and play run for a second. Great job by that defensive line, not running themselves out of the play.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole play available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Trying to put a drive together starting from the 36. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. The give from the gun. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Moore to the air. Release to the back. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got an open man. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the ground with the back. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball. How about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is what every single defense wants, man. They got to get those negative plays so you can put them in predictable situations. They gave up some yardage, but that's okay. Getting the sack, now forcing the third and long, gear up the pass rushers, bring in some extra DBs, and try to go get them again.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Kick is in the air. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. On the move, it's Robinson. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Finds the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. The offense changing the play. Moore will throw. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. Runs for the tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Moore to the air. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. He'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Here we go.
He might want another play. On 4th down, going to the air. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. The give out of the gun. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the quarterback goes knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and help him.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The next time the offense gets down at this point of the field, they need to run the football, because this is what's happening when they're trying to throw it in back-to-back plays. 2 negative plays in a row, not good.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got out of trouble and throws. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Badger! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Miami is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. Man, the U is staring at a big fat L right now. They're trailing by 28 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run, it's Robinson. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Moore will throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot. They're not able to come away with the completion.
Makes it past the marker. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Inside the 15. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They'll try the run. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Wisconsin, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. It's a draw. Got room to work. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the right. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs, too. Darren Bevel back in my day. Scott Tolzien had some success, and then...
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Military stunt.
Moore to the air. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the big fella right in the middle of this 3-4 defense getting the pass rush? He just anchors down and just pushes the interior of this offensive line right back into the lap of the quarterback.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown Ducks. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the number 1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moore will throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Here comes the heat. Might be looking to run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat, and the linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how a deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Now, honestly, it's been about complimentary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
They booted away on 4th down. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.